Well, we came out to a little bit of a frosty morning in Kent, Ohio. We just clearly this is a Planet Fitness or PFit, as I like to abbreviate it. I just finished showering. I mean, I'm paying nearly $20 a month to be able to access like every single location of Planet Fitness. So I might as well use it wisely. So that's that. So this is the rental car, Chrysler 200. Second Chrysler 200 I've driven, and well, it's a Chrysler 200. It's a mid-sized car. All right, I'm just going to head back over to campus now. They're serving breakfast.
Ear candy.
Okay, we need to go get parts, and it's warmed up enough today that I've had to open the windows just to cool this car down a little bit. I'm putting oh fuck, I'm going the wrong way here. 1 second. Here we go. And there's a reason why I don't like front wheel drive. You're pulling off kind of hard, it kind of slip, even with traction control. You can see the camera's still shaking a little bit, but not much I can do there. But yeah, it's like some things I've noticed about kind of these Midwestern, well, really any university that's not really that's not state, Penn State that is. You know, all these campuses are pretty sprawling campuses with, like, you know, wide open everything, whereas Penn State University Park is rather compact in its central campus. You hear that? That was the 4-cylinder. I think it's a 2.4 4-cylinder. Yeah, after driving those V6 Chargers, 4-cylinders can't compare. Not even close. Furthermore, I checked the fuel economy readings while we were still on the highway last night, and pretty much the same numbers. With this 4-cylinder in this size car, that is, compared to a V6 in that Charger. Almost exactly the same numbers. Seems like this is besides the fact that this is you know, like kind of a very close suburb of Akron. Other than that, this kind of feels like farmland. Oh yeah, I didn't even say well, kind of more like I'm working on now, because, you know, the team situation with me, you know, coming in late at midnight, rolling in at midnight, that is just because of my freaking exam. So this is actually our original idea for this semester's pen apps, but my teammates at the time, we just decided not to do it just because, well, we didn't really think of just attaching external sensors and microcontrollers to a phone, because we originally thought, you know, probably don't want to attach anything to the phone, because like the phone already has, you know, proximity sensors and all kinds of shit on it. But problem is the phone's proximity sensor is only good enough to detect if you're holding your phone to your ear. And if you are holding your phone to the ear, it shuts the screen off. I mean, why not? But anyway, the idea is, you know, lots and lots more younger people are, you know, they're developing a rather bad condition called nearsightedness, presumably from looking too much at you know, screens of various types and sizes, such as phones, computer screen, monitors, television, that kind of stuff. And you know, it's kind of, I mean, if you look at them too much, like, you might lean into the screen just because, like, your eyes are getting tired. They can't really like do the autofocusing anymore, or very effectively, that kind of stuff. So a way to, like, you know, combat it with, you know, with like hardware and software is to, like, just have, like, kind of a tracker, you know, just kind of track, you know, every time you look at the screen. Every time you look at the screen, you know, just get like a running average of how close you're looking at it. And then over time, you'll build this data set. You'll build this data set of if you're like, you know, every time you look at a screen, you're going closer and closer, or if you're staying the same, or if you're like wobbling back and forth, or if you're drunk or something like that. Being drunk is a joke, by the way. But the point is, if you're looking far too closely at the screen, you should probably be seeing an eye doctor very soon, preferably immediately. You know, so that's basically it. When I picked up this rental car, yeah, I forgot to mention, when I picked up this rental car, supposedly the guy who rented this joint to me, he said they're apparently they're starting to get rid of the built-in Sirius XM satellite radios. Well, not like within, you know, the head units, but like they'll like stop the subscription unless like somebody like they want to like actually rent the satellite radio subscription as a feature, like as like an additional optional feature. So as a result, they're stopping the Sirius XM subscriptions by default. But this car has not been hit with that yet. As I've been told, I've been pretty lucky with this one. And perhaps that was why the subscription on that Dodge Charger I had for MHAX expired. I have a feeling we're getting farther and farther from where we need to be. This certainly doesn't look... Oh, there's the Radio Shack. Snuck up on me. Well, I guess I'll just pull in here real quick. And then swing it around. And again, I'm not from this area. I don't think I've really been in this area or in depth, besides passing through it on expressways. Let's wait for this joint to clear before we can move. Oh God. That was close. Came up a little bit faster than I expected. the Radio Shack now. See if I can get my jumpers that I need. That I so desperately need. The female lens, really. And I'm within the line. Just wanted to make sure. It looks like we're in the Micro Center now. Unfortunately, like I feared, this Radio Shack would be a little small, and as a result, selection is going to be rather limited. Specifically, they had just sold out their last set of out of jumper wire for microcontrollers, so they didn't have any male or female ends whatsoever. So, yep, Micro Center has just been the old reliable when it comes to these types of electronics. Not only due to their size, but also how they, with also how they actually list how many are in stock at each location, despite only having about, I think, 25 locations in the whole country. Unfortunately, it's going to take, according to the Google Maps, it says 44 minutes from Ravenna to this Micro Center up around the eastern Cleveland suburbs. I mean, that's kind of the price we pay to build ambitious hacks, to build crazy shit. But also because I'm also lacking shit. I'm lacking enough variety of jumper wire heads. I only have dual male heads. For Hack GT, I borrowed my teammates' some of his female to female heads and male to female heads. But I most definitely need a set of my own. I mean, for one thing, the Raspberry Pi's pins are male heads. So of course, unless you want to solder everything, you gotta get female. Whereas the Arduinos are female, so you can just plug the male heads in, and that's also the case with breadboards. Well, most breadboards, I think. I really hope I don't lose this watch tan. I don't have my watch on right now. The straps have kind of been gradually falling apart the past week and a half. So it's like sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't now, but I really, really do want to keep this watch tan. Tan lines are kind of a point of pride for me these days. If I'm going to have one rather prominent, or a series of prominent items on my skin, they're tan lines. The sharper the better. Apparently I'm going too slow. I just want to keep the space. This gets me thinking. I think the next couple of hackathons we won't have ready access to a Micro Center. So I think it might be a good thing that we're going now. You know, to get things we need for this hackathon, but also for future hackathons. For the next two. Because I have a feeling there's no Micro Center in the Pioneer Valley in Western Mass. I have that feeling. then, of course, Yale being in New Haven, there's probably no micro centers in Connecticut, period. I mean, Southern Connecticut's pretty well served by the two micro centers in, like, neighboring New York State. So. Huh. We're building a new high school. Probably a new building. Just like how the two Lower Merion School District high schools were when I was still in high school. Oh yeah. Those are some interesting days. I guess this is the normal traffic Google was telling me. Streetsport was rather populated and filled with traffic. It seems like a lot of people pass through. Oh, there's the turnpike. That's a shits. That's a shits. Looks like a slightly older one though. And here's the beginning of 480. It's going to be expressway the whole rest of the way, it seems like, which is a good thing. This section is supposedly the only section where 2 3-digit interchange share the same roadway. The only one in the whole country. The only one. It's not a very long concurrency, but it's one nonetheless. Oh, this is the exit for 480. I don't want that. That sounds about right. Definitely looks and feels like the Cleveland area for sure. There we go, there's our exit, 4 miles. It's funny, it's funny how it's 322. But it's like, State College is along 322. But so is this micro center. It's pretty funny. He's a little in a hurry or something. Fuck. We should have stayed in the express lane. We should have just stayed there. If I had known any earlier that you could exit off 322 from the freaking express lane. That's how it works. You don't exit directly from the express lane. You have to cross over here and then dive over another 3 lanes to exit. Cloverleaf interchange here. Oh, that's both the right turns. Well, I guess we'll occupy the left lane of these two because, well, we need to turn left anyway. Somewhere around the next light. I think it's on the right. I think the plaza is on the right. That's a CVS, that's a Five Below. It looks about right. Ah, Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay. There's the Micro Center. See, I knew the front fascia would not be small. Okay. Find a spot here. Huh. Lots of people must come here. There's already so many people. Or, well, then again, this is, it's almost 3 p.m. right now. And straighten this joint out. I just don't want to hit the little pole there. But we're here. We're here. Well, 151 bucks later, and we're leaving. All right, let's get out of this. Let's get out of this crazy ass parking lot. Truck next to me is leaving as well. He had a head start on me, so. All right. Let's get back to Kent, and actually get all the hardware portions all figured out and let this person in. Let some air in. It's actually quite warm. Really warm now. It's going to be an interesting game to get out of here, that's for sure. I think once we're out of the immediate Cleveland area and more into the Akron, Kent area, should get a little bit better. So now that I know better, I'm going to go into the express lane now, and probably it will be a smoother experience than trying to deal with people exiting and entering. Except from exiting and entering the express lane. And Chrysler Town and Country behind me snuck up on me. So this is downtown Kent, supposedly. I have the windows open because I want to get some air and but also blast the music as loud as possible. Well, without killing myself. I wonder what's going on up there. There's a cop behind me. And we need to find Summit Street. Okay, just the local cops. Nothing special. And there's Summit Street. Climb the little kicker back up onto campus. Get back to work, I guess. I think we're going to just scrap the mobile app part. I'm not too thrilled about, you know, just waiting for that part to just come to fruition. I'd rather kind of like, you know, get like the little thing set up before, you know, putting the dressing on, so to speak. And I think the dressing in this case is probably just going to be, it's just probably going to be a web app. The sensor system is going to be transmitting data into a database on some other machine anyway. So it's not like I'm losing all that much. Plus, it's also easier to do the data visualization portion as well. There is actually a best data visualization prize, so I guess we'll go for that one, as well as you know, maybe one of the internet things. You know, I think there were a couple more categories, but they kind of escape me at the moment. I mean, we have solid plan, a solid architecture of getting everything into place. And we will do that. And finding a parking spot that doesn't involve too much walking is a little bit of a premium at this point. Got it. He's got it. Guess we'll just do it right here. Easy enough. You didn't see much, but I had to go into Best Buy. Hopefully this will be my last time sneaking out of the building to grab parts, or the excuses that I like to call parts. For some reason today, my usual ritual of hooking up the Ethernet between the Raspberry Pi and my laptop has failed. Unfortunately, that has failed. It has failed me this time around. And I have no idea why. It was just I hooked the two ends up between the laptop and the Pi. I had port forwarding enabled on the laptop and had all the network address translation rules set. But unfortunately, when I checked the IP address on the Pi, there just wasn't one. I mean, even though the Ethernet interface was active, no IP address was assigned. Like I have a DHCP. I had a DHCP daemon or server daemon. There's a difference. I had a DHCP server daemon running on the laptop because I just had it just assign, you know, just a random IP address within the subnet I had designated. And usually resolves the same exact IP, which is fine. That was, in fact, the expected behavior, as there's technically only 2 machines on that network to begin with. But for whatever reason, it's not working. It's not working today, and it's kind of critical that we are able to transmit data over a network. And unfortunately, most hackathons these days only have Wi-Fi. But wired networking is still a rather important part of microcontrollers. Well, lesser computers, so to say. This 4-cylinder is a little meh at best. So you can kind of tell we're like pretty much in the real thick of the Akron area, the immediate Akron area. You can just tell by all the lights of, you know, hotels and stores, big box stores, that is. I think we're running along a body of water. I think there's a body of water somewhere. we get to deal with the rest of the way back to Kent. So the Best Buy was, or its address is in Cuyahoga Falls, which is really the river that runs through both Akron and Cleveland. So that must have been the body of water we were running next to. I'll have to check, but not before I try to complete this hack. Huh. This road was like had like a we were in like a platoon on the way to Best Buy, but now we're not. Now it's just almost empty, which is interesting. Then again, it's a Saturday night.
The football off and running in for the touchdown is DeMarco Murray. And it gets worse.
They're getting DeMarco Murray really involved. This is an outside zone run play. The big guy's on the perimeter, just clearing space. He goes in basically untouched. It's good to see him involved, getting extended minutes, extended snaps, extended handoffs. He's running the football. Now the way you're hoping to see DeMarco Murray run the football coming here from Dallas.
It has not been a good weekend here at the lake for the city of New Orleans. Yesterday, the Temple Owls buried Tulane, which is in New Orleans in the Garden District, 49-10. And here are the Eagles leading the Saints 39-10.
But it's nice to see this Eagles offense getting back, putting another 30 number on the board. It's been a long time. You know, this is an offense that when Chip Kelly came here, we got used to seeing 30 points put up by his offense. It's been a while.
Saints aren't even going to call timeouts. They just want to get to the airport and go home, and they're going to be a 1-4 football team.
Well, it's not a bad idea. They know that the game is over. Why not? Let the clock run. Get out of here.
AAA and Homer on the road get great coverage at AAA.com. Eagles have a big one next Monday night with the Giants. Week from tomorrow night, can't wait. Into the shotgun again is Breeze. He lets it go, and it is caught. Willie Snead with another one inside the 20.
Willie Snead getting a lot of work, but again, pressure on Drew Brees, and it's Brian Brayman, and Brees barely gets that football out.
A minute to play. Brees in the shotgun. He's back. He floats it out to Kyrie Robinson. Robinson is tackled, and down he goes under the strength of Najee Good.
Najee Good outflanked Robinson, trying to make sure that he keeps him in bounds.
51 seconds.
Yeah, keep that clock working.
Eagles would love to keep them out of the end zone. 43. Breeze back again. He floats it out, and breaking one tackle is Kyrie Robinson, but not another, as he comes down at the 16-yard line, and the clock ticking inside 30 seconds. 39-10, the Eagles enjoying a victory today here at Lincoln Financial Field. I would hate to imagine what would have happened had they lost this game, but they didn't. We don't have to imagine it.
You don't have to worry about it.
They are right back in the thick of things, believe me. Back goes Breeze. He is firing, and it is to Benjamin Watson, incomplete, down at the 2-yard line with 4 seconds to go. So Breeze will have one more shot to put the Saints on the board.
Listen, you can tell this game means a lot to Malcolm Jenkins because he's still flying around. That pass that was intended for Watson, he's leaving his feet, he's diving, trying to get a hand on the football. The game means a lot to him. And every snap for that guy, it means a lot.
Let's see what the Eagles defense can do right here. Can they stop about 9 yards deep.
Clock shows zeros, but the Eagles staff, they're already running onto the field.
Yeah. Well, those 7 points, or if they get 7 with the extra point, are for cosmetic purposes only. Makes it look a little better.
Cosmetics matter.
Not when you're going to lose 39-17. Although the defense would have loved to have held them to 1 touchdown and a field goal. Here is the extra point. Attempted by Zach Hocker. The ball is spotted, the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that is the final play of the game as the Eagles defeat the New Orleans Saints 39-17.
That's it. That's a wrap of the game. That's a wrap of Can't Hack Enough. My voice still can't recover from Friday night. Friday night trying to get to that exam, and from talking myself out during demos today. So if my voice does sound hoarse, well, you know why. Literally can't even. But this is 76. The free portion of 76 in Ohio. And I should probably figure out how to change the channel on this when there is a little bit less traffic to deal with. When we're not in a platoon right now. We may be staying on the same roadway, but this roadway's changing numbers. They're just, just wanna, give the other their digits. Not only road digits, but also exit digits. That'll happen a little bit. And I think the speed limit also drops. Yep, there it is. Speed limit drops. So we have another, so we have a good like 180, 190 or so miles on this road. And we have State Highway Patrol right there. That was the first time I've ever seen them just sit there. First time I've ever seen any state police at all this trip. Or any kind of state police, that is. I forgot to mention that we actually took I took like a half-assed nap in this rental car after the closing ceremony. I think I probably took like just less than an hour, just so I wouldn't feel as tired, I don't want to, like, it's not, at least it's not like driving at night, but still, it's still like, we had just, we're fresh from a hackathon. I know I haven't really gotten too much, well, I think I got some sleep during the first night. I kind of slept on and off as I could, keeping in mind that, like, I was pretty much working on this hack solo. So yeah, it was like, if there was any sleep, it was off and on. If we have to pull in a rest area on the way back, we'll do so. So that we don't die out here. But yeah, I wanna say I want to say we should be good for the next, 3 hours or so, which is really how long it's going to take to get back to State College anyway. But I mean, it really is too early to say, because quite frankly, we only just started driving. I mean, we've only just reached Youngstown. We haven't even crossed into PA. It's way too early to say. Is this Captain Kevin, or is this another random well driver? The world will never know. Nope, he's not Captain Kevin. He's driving a Peterbilt, whereas the captain has a Kenworth. I think the state line is not very far ahead. In fact, it might be sneaking up on us in another minute or two. Have to give it, like I said, give it a minute or two. Almost sneaks up on us. Not yet. It's a very subtle change. It's very subtle, but if you notice the subtle differences, then you notice it. Apparently I'm getting dead shit on my window. Is that Ohio's way of kicking me out? The world will never know. Here's the Ohio Welcome Center on the left, apparently. Yeah, that's the rest area that's closed. Very classic and classy move by Ohio. And with that means we're really close to the state line. In fact, I see the sign, the Welcome to Ohio sign. Well, the back of the Welcome to Ohio sign. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Guess we're home. We're home again. Just feels like home already. Kinda is. Feels like home. So I got a question. Stop or no stop? Stop or no stop? I think I'm going to stop. Just feeling a little bit sketchy. And that, by the way, was the second state police of any kind on this trip. But yeah, I think I want to stop. I'm going to stop and lay a little bit. Oh, there's a rest area. I don't need an exit. Okay. We're not going to Barkeyville, but we are definitely going to go at the rest area in another 1.5 miles. because I thought we were going to go to Barkeyville. But we don't actually need anything at the TA, really. We don't need anything there. We have enough snackathon snackers material, or among other things. And if we need to go take a piss, well, there's bathrooms in the rest area. So I'm just gonna go chill in the rest area. Let's go do that. Let's go do that and make us feel less sketchy. Nice and shaded too. We won't park next to anybody out there. Oh, we'll just park here. People just rolled in squad deep. I don't know if I can. Here we go. Look at that view. All those people rolling squad deep. 3 buses, a shit ton of coffee, and a shit ton of people. Good times at the rest area. Now, see, this driving away from the sun actually gives off a pretty good backdrop. Some pretty good colors when we're not covered by brush. I mean, yeah, it's actually just it's 18:15 right now, or 6:15 p.m. according to the Uconnect system, which is the head unit entertainment that Chrysler deals with. We have just under 120 miles left to go on this road, so that'll put us in just about 2 hours. At that rest area, I think a good 45 minutes before I decided I'm going to get the fuck out of there, because yeah, they were rolling squad deep. Yeah, that was. If it was like high school students, you know, the student section going to support their basketball team for like states or something, that's different. This was probably some tour group. They were like having a giant coffee break or food break or something like that. They had some food packed up in the luggage bay, which I'd never seen before. They were rolling in with like 3 buses. But feel a little bit more, feel less sketchy now. Although that kind of a feeling may return at any time without warning. That's why I said at the beginning of the drive, you know, I just don't know how I'm going to feel within the next, you know, even half an hour. Now everything's getting glary. Speaking of glare, somehow my rear window fogged up while at the rest area, and now it won't defog itself, even though I've got the defroster on, defogger on. It won't do anything. Maybe it was because I had the air conditioning on when I pulled into the rest area. Who knows? I don't need air conditioning now. I'm fine. The temperature's fine. What's he hauling? I have no idea. All I know is that there's a Mack front fascia. Not sure if that might be it or not. Now it just seems like a PA winter scene. Except it's not even close to winter yet. And it actually looks like the sun's kind of set and looks ominous enough that it might want to dump on us. But no, this is just the thick of central PA right now. We're just a little bit west of Du Bois. I'm gonna pass through that part. Then we'll be in Clearfield County, one county removed from Center County. That means we're getting real close. So yeah. Apparently we were driving along 80 for like most of the time and just wasn't paying attention to the fuel gauge whatsoever. I mean, it was just pretty easy to miss the fuel gauge. I mean, it was kind of a sketchy drive though. Brain was going everywhere. Okay, but where is the fuel? Okay, I've got a few options here. This one open? Looks like it. So I think at the very most we're just gonna get a half a tank, because when we pick, only super is working. Okay, so we gotta find another pump. Makes a little. What is this? Wow. Only premium. Only super. Only super. Make sure that that's the case for all of them. Oh, shit. Alright. I guess we're not fueling here then. We gotta go to the other one. The pump is busted. Apparently. It's the Exxon it is. There's only like 2 fuel pumps here anyway. But yeah, like I said, we're only doing, I think we're only just going to do a half tank at most. So, let's do that. Drain this nearly almost all the way. So, okay, fuck this pump. It's like the worst, like, it would not dispense fuel without giving it a fight, basically. But I put in like half a tank. There we go. Yeah, so I put in my half a tank and we should be good. We should be, I mean, so we won't have to like, okay. I think we can go. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we're good on fuel for any other things we need to do. And and to return it tomorrow morning. Huh. Interesting on-ramp. I think there's only one or two more exits, or yeah, two more exits till we actually get off of this and go on 99 towards State College. And I think all the homecoming festivities should have already been cleared out. Or at least I hope they are. I don't see any reason why there still should be any homecoming paraphernalia after really Saturday. Maybe we'll see like the residual yahoos here and there, but for the most part they should be gone. I mean, we won. Right? Dip the lights. Got people up there. But yeah, it was that whole drive, or most of that drive, it was a clusterfuck. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, obviously, if I'm talking to you right now, and you see this kind of imagery, of all of us being fine, obviously it came out fine, but it wasn't without its share of mental breakdowns and things of that nature, brain damages, stuff like that. So far, State College downtown has resumed its regular character. So I guess that's a good thing. No, that looks like a regular downtown to me. Definitely looks like a regular downtown to me. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I left Kent, I really laid down in that parking lot, in that visitor's parking lot, for another 45 minutes before I actually left. And then I also stayed over at that rest area for about 45 minutes. Safety comes first. I mean, it was a little bit better than, when I first had to stop at stop at that first rest area, but it was still kind of sketchy. The feelings would come back. Not nearly as bad, but you know. But it seems like we've come back unscathed. I think we saw that one in Ohio, the one shortly after crossing the state line, and then there's the one who just didn't have any lights on I-99. The person who tried to pass me on the left had to slow down a little bit. Saw the markings. So yeah, 3 state troopers, and all on the way back, which was interesting. So yeah, it looks like looks like everything's back to normal. Classes resume tomorrow. And we have a Walmart trip. Well, after I unpack everything, and hopefully, you know, after I clean myself up mentally, you know, do a little Planet Fitness, do a little Walmart run, that kind of stuff. I mean, we have this until the morning, so might as well take advantage of it. Also take advantage of the fact that I filled this up with a half tank, even though I only have to return it with a quarter tank. That's what the rental agreement said. Nobody's coming. Excellent. Remember, parking here downtown is actually free on Sundays. Downtown are all the meters, pretty much meters and decks. Or, yeah, meters, decks, and lots. Anything that really has a meter on it is free on Sunday. So, that'll be it. That'll be it for this trip, I think. So, I think the next one is first going up to UVM, and then UMass, and then back here. So I guess we'll do that all over again when the time comes. See you later.